Today we're in the Tamarack Bog. We want to put bedding in here. We want to put better bedding. Deer are always in here. I see tracks. Deer want to hide. This is one thick. It's so thick. I get lost in here, and but there's tracks everywhere. This is where deer can go for protection. So I find these pallets. I find solid ones. This one's got some plastic I'm going to tear off, but it's solid, so it doesn't have no holes. I'm going to put some bedding on it, and it's going to be up a nice higher spot that's not going to get wet. So it's kind of like the 5-star hotel theory that some people say. So it's something I want to give a try. You know, we'll kind of keep a camera, keep a watch out here and see how it works, and add to this every year. Like I said, it's hard to maneuver in here for me, not to get lost and whatnot, but this is what we're going to add to see what happens. Utilize every inch of our land. So I got more over here. This is the closest one to the trail, but as I go I want to put it through here because we got a pretty decent sized Tamarack Bog. So this is how we're going to start this. Like I said, this is a pallet, so it's up higher, and it's going to be out of this wet stuff. Right now it is pretty dry in here, but with any moisture the ground gets wet. This is going to remain dry, and it's going to be a good place for deer and hopefully nice bucks to bed. So now I put some bedding down on this. Hopefully it'll be a nice comfortable spot for a deer to bed down. There's a good chance they'll eat some of this. Hopefully not all of it, but we'll see. This is an experiment for me. Like I said, I've read about this before from other people, using swamps and stuff like this for bedding areas to keep them dry. So I've heard other people had good luck with it. We're going to give it a shot. Why not? If it works, it's a big plus. If not, it's didn't cost very much to do. So it just takes a little time. So we're gonna see how this works. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna put a camera in here somewhere that won't affect nothing. Something we don't have to check, maybe with a solar camera or something. We do want to clear this, make a little better trails in here so they can move around. Kind of try to steer them a little bit. For the most part, they make their own trails, but we will do our best to try to keep deer in here. And but this is just an idea, and we're going to give it a shot, and we'll show our progress on it, what else we do, and the results. I've been wanting to do this for a couple of years now, and usually when it got warm, other things started getting in my way. Like I said, we are making a huge land transformation this year with the cutting and everything, making food plots bigger. We want young trees to grow up through this winter. With all that cutting, we've had a lot of deer in here eating the tree tops and whatnot. We are trying this. The only reason I tried the cutting this year, like I said, is because my neighbors had such great success with it. I'm seeing deer on their land all the time, so that's my point. I'm not cutting everything. This right here is a Tamarack Bog that years ago when I would hunt with my in-laws, and I learned so much then. When you would walk through, you would always chase those big bucks out of the swamps, high grass, Tamarack bogs, anything like that. You'd be walking through the tall grass, and you'd be finding these huge bedding areas that you didn't know were there. You'd be walking through tall grass, and boom, here's a high spot where you can see their bedding down. I know they're traveling through this because there's a lot of fresh deer sign. There's tracks, everything. You can see they have tracks everywhere. So I decided I'm going to put bedding in here, because every time there's a little high spot, there's a tree growing out of it, or they're so small they can't do anything with it. I'm adding dry spots to it. It's the whole idea, like other people say, would you rather stay at a 5-star in a hotel or a 2-star? Well, I'm turning this into a better hotel. I'm adding these spots. I think they'll probably eat some of that hay, but at the same time, I've put bales out in the past, and they might nibble on it and stuff this time of year, but then they stop. But I'm not too worried about that. I will check it here and there, see how it goes. But this is an experiment for me. Like I said, I know other people that have done it online, so we will post how it works for us and see if it's something that may work for you. So on this trail, We have not ever put a bedding, or did not put a bedding area in the middle of the trail. It'd always be off to the side. I'd go 20-30 yards, add another one. Right now I added 4. I can add a dozen more in here, or whatever I feel like adding, to see if they work. I'm hoping they work. I can't see how they're not going to work, but that's the experiment. So keep watching.